what's really funny is all roads lead up to the point where we're at right now, right here. And back in the days I was in sort of corporate environment, we had access to showers and things downstairs in the building below, and not realising how sensitive I was to my surroundings and the people and negative energies and toxic and office gossip and just crap. Most lunches I would disappear to wherever I could find a space to lay down towels, and I would just kip on the floor for an hour. So that has kind of laid the foundation. Obviously my soul knew what she was doing over the years and leading me in very silent and funny ways, to now on this nomadic journey where sometimes I am kipping on the floor on a mat or comfy. And to be honest, I tend to sit a lot as well on the floor. I don't know what it is about being, especially in Jamaica, I was on the basement, flat, ground level, and being above ground. I kind of like being at ground level. Don't get me wrong, I love the houses I've stayed in and I've gone up and down the stairs. That's great exercise. But there's something about being on the floor. And so I'm finding sleeping on the floor, especially when you carry the backpack and things, it's actually really quite, obviously nothing beats a lovely low natural bed. But it helps with stretching. You feel your body more when you're on the ground, because I'm either uploading videos or typing or doing bits and bobs or on calls, and I'm in a variety of sitting positions or pigeon pose sometimes, which is such a delicious stretch, but very underrated. But I don't always get to do it and then really feel it in that bum, what's that, sciatic nerve, in the centre of your bum. You really can feel the tendons when it's sore and tender. So being on the floor helps me listen to my body and to stretch where I need and just to find grounding. But I guess it's just funny how the corporate world has now prepared me for a life of nomadic adventure, temporary nomadic adventure, until the next thing presents itself. So yeah, I don't know if other people have thoughts about laying and sleeping on the floor. I remember I've slept on the beach. I took the train from when I was working in a youth hostel in SET, near Montpellier in France, and I did French and Italian at uni, so they try to get you to do a stage, a little season in SET. And I saw that film Couscous, which I loved back in the day, and I really liked Georges Brassens music, what it meant for people at the time, and just I find it interesting to observe all of these musical movements at different points in history. And so I found a little youth hostel in SET, and I was working at the Auberge de Jeunesse, which was at the top of a really, really, really big hill. And I remember some of the people that come there were from all over Europe, but met some lovely people, and ended up travelling a little bit with an Algerian brother, a horse whisperer. And I don't know if he watches these, 4:04 on the clock, a lovely soul. And we travelled from Sète down to Perpignan. There was an art exhibition or some cool funky photography thing that was going on in Perpignan at the time. Perpignan is a really old school city. I think it was in a stoned walled, I don't want to say church or cathedral, but some form of tower. I mean, there's so many towers around there, Carcassonne as well, is this amazing stoned walled city that I went, and I sort of, all these old kingdoms that are rising in me have brought me to these very old Viking and revolutionary kind of spaces and places. But anyway, that we went to Perpignan, and then we took the train from Perpignan across the border down to Barcelona. And came in really late, so we slept on the beach, I think, which was, again, this is about grounding. Like, I like sleeping on a beach, it's just the sand, so if it's got to have like full on, I'm a bit, I like to be clean. I can't sleep with sand on me. And it was really nice and grounding, and obviously being by the water, so all of these soundscapes as well, is quite an amazing thing to sleep near, because it's just all of these frequencies and vibrations, they just literally cleanse and wash. And the night it is so important to have that set up as holistic and peaceful and serene as possible, because our dream state's very important. We get messages, the cleansing and the restoration, like, I don't really know about those people that talk about you've got to eat before 8 o'clock and then you've got to be in bed by 11, because the most your body work is done internally between like 1 and 3. I don't know about that, because I don't know what I think about time anymore, and obviously how does that happen all down around the globe and blah blah blah. So it's really important that the night space is as peaceful as possible, because like our soul can do a lot more work, and our physical body can do a lot more rehabilitation, recovery and strengthening in the night. But yeah, so sleeping on the beach in Barcelona was lovely, but then we woke up and I had some random sleeping next to him. Luckily, like when I slept, because we didn't drop our bags off or anything, I'd had like my hand in my bag with my passport and my bits, but I'd sort of like woken up and I was like, said to my friend, there's someone sleeping next to me. Either like, as an opportunist trying to steal things, or I don't know what vibration I was giving out. But anyway, there was some random brother sleeping next to us, which was interesting. But that was obviously a huge weird story tangent. I don't know why all of these stories are coming back, but anyway, I guess I'm a storyteller in some sense. I think they might be banging where I'm at. So yeah, 7:17 on the clock. Try sleeping on the floor on a yoga mat, on a yoga nidra is actually is a treat, because it's extra cushioning. But yeah, I really like very low beds and sleeping on the floor. So any thoughts on that, hit me up.